Okay, so now when the full band comes in, we're going to be playing the chorus. This is where the distorted guitar comes in. We're going to play a C power chord, 3rd fret A string, 5th fret D and G. Play that 3 times and then move it up a whole step to D and play that 3 times. It goes right along with the drums. Now the first riff of the chorus will sound like this. So we're playing a G chord 2 times. I'm not playing on the A string. It's more of a G power chord sound. I'm just muting out the A string so I don't hear that. So I hear all of the other strings. I'm playing the 3rd fret of the low E, open D, open G, 3rd fret on the top 2 strings. Now I'm going to play a C power chord 2 times, D power chord 2 times, and John Sykes, who's playing the guitar on this, does this a lot where he slides off of each chord. So we're going to go back to a C chord now, and then up to a D chord. So here's what we just did. Repeat, starting from the G chord. The 3rd time around we get to the G chord, the phrase will be slightly different. Play the G 2 times, C 2 times, D 2 times. Now we're going to play C, and then we're going to do a bend on the 2nd fret of the A string, just up a half step and back. And then we're going to play a little tag at the end of the chorus, which will sound like this. Okay, so we're going to start off by playing 4 times on the open A string, 5th fret D and G string. This forms the sound of a C chord. We're going to slide that shape up to the 7th fret and back. 5, 7, 5. So coming from the open A string, that's the lick. Now we're going to play the open A to the 3rd fret of the A, play a D chord. It's a D power chord. I'm just playing on the A, D, and G strings. Now I'm going to slide from 7 to 9 on the A string, play the 7th fret of the D and the G. Now we're going to go back to the A by playing 3 to 2 on the A string before we get to the open A string. Okay, so here's what we've done so far. Now we're going to repeat what we did in the first measure of this tag. Up to a D chord now. And now we're going to simply hit C once and D once to end the first chorus. Okay, so here's the tag at the end of the first chorus. Coming out of the first chorus, we're going to be into another verse. Now this is the 3rd verse of the song, but it's the first verse that the whole band has played together. There's going to be 2 guitar parts, a clean part and a distorted part. Here's the clean part. So we're going to start off with the open G string, 4th fret of the D string, back to the open G. So far we've done this. Now we're going to form a C chord. We're going to play 3rd fret A, 2nd fret D, open G. Grab the 4th fret of the D string. And now we're going to go back to the open G, 4th fret D, open G. Now here's what we've done from the beginning of this part. Now we repeat the first measure, open G, 4th fret D, back to the open G. Now we're going to play the 3rd fret of the A along with the 2nd fret of the D string, 4th fret D, open G, strike the open G again, 4th fret of the D 2 times, open G, back to the C chord, open G, now a little riff, 3rd fret of the A string to the open G, 2nd fret of the A string to the open G. Okay, in context, here's the clean part from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's the clean part. Now, while that clean guitar is happening during the verse, there's a distorted guitar underneath it. We're going to play a G power chord in 8th notes for 4 measures. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4. Next measure, we're going to play 2 beats or 4 hits on that G power chord. Move your first finger back to the 2nd fret. This chord now is called D over F sharp. Continue with the 8th note, so we'll have 4 hits here. To an E chord, an E power chord, open E string, 2nd fret of the A string, 4 hits here, still 8th notes. Then we're going to play the 3rd fret of the A string, and then we're going to play that riff where we bend on the 2nd fret of the A string up a half step and back. Okay, so here's what we've done so far for the distorted guitar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to have a tag at the end of the verse, which will be almost identical to the tag that we had at the end of the chorus. It's going to sound like this. The only difference is, getting out of the chorus into the verse, we played C once and D once at the end of it. Here we're going to do the opening phrase that got us into the chorus. The C will be played 3 times and the D 3 times. So once again, here's the tag. Okay, so there's the verse.